Welcome back to my channel. I'm Joe, Smokin Joe Spit Barbecue. On today's video, I'm cooking up 2 Midland Meat Wagyu Ribeye Steaks on a Himalayan salt block. So stay tuned. Alright, so what I'm starting with is 2 ribeye steaks from Midland Meat Company. And these are Wagyu ribeye steaks. And the marbling, as you can see, is spectacular as always on that Midland Meat beef. So just doing a little bit of trimming some of the excess fat, but that's about it. I'm really liking these ribeyes. These are about 1 inch thick. Now, I've never cooked on the Himalayan salt block before, so I've heard that you do get some salt flavor off of them. I don't know this, so the test that I'm going to do on this steak here, I'm just going to put a little bit of pepper on the steak. No salt, no rub, no nothing. Okay, just a good amount of pepper. And I want to see what kind of flavor I get off of this salt block. And also the salt content that the salt block is going to transfer onto this steak. So that's why I'm just putting nothing but pepper on this steak. I want to see if what they state is true. Alright, so that's about right on the salt. Or I'm sorry, on the black pepper. There we go. So on this one here, I'm just going to add some of the Victory Lane BBQ beef rub. So on this steak here, I'm going to add a little bit more seasoning on this one. And again, I'm doing this test to see if in fact the Himalayan salt block transfers a little bit of salt onto the meat. So just like that. Okay, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. Now as far as the salt block, they recommend that you treat it or bring it up to temperature gradually. So I've got my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker outside, and I've got the temperature set at 200 degrees. So I'm going to leave it, I'm going to put the salt block in there, leave it in there for about 15 minutes, and then increase the temperature on my pellet smoker to 350, leave the salt block in there for another 15 minutes. Then I'm going to cook these steaks on my Yoder flat top. So I'm going to put the salt block on my Yoder flat top and grill these steaks. So stay tuned. All right, so we're outside at my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker. I've got my salt block in here. Again, the temperature on the smoker is set at 200 degrees. So I'm just going to put the salt block in there for about 15 minutes. And then 15 minutes, I'm going to come back and turn the temperature up to 350 degrees, let it set for another 15 minutes, and get this salt block up to temp. So stay tuned. All right, so I just pulled the Himalayan salt block off my Yoder Y640 pellet smoker, and again, the temperature was at 350. So that took about 20 minutes to do, actually about 25 minutes to get it up to that temperature. And I just transferred it over to my Yoder flat top, and I've got basket and a half of B&B charcoal. This is oak charcoal that I'm using. Not that it matters because I'm not going to be grilling on top of it, but just in case you guys wanted to know. So I am going to let this sit there for probably 10 minutes, let that salt block get really nice and hot. And I will be splashing some water on the salt block just to make sure it's extremely hot. Then I'm going to grab the steaks and we'll start cooking them, so stay tuned. Alright, so it's been about 10 minutes now. I'm going to test the salt block. I got a little bit of water here in this squeeze bottle. Oh yeah, that sucker is screaming hot. So I got my steaks over here, and I'm going to go ahead and put them on the salt block. The first one is the one with the rub. Oh yeah, listen to that sizzle. And the second one is the one with just the pepper, nothing else. Perfect. So I'm going to let that cook for, I don't know, I've never done this before, so I'm going to give it 5 minutes. Stay tuned. Alright, so it's been 4 minutes, and this is sizzling pretty good, so I'm going to go ahead and flip them. You can see the fat coming off of the steaks. That's that Midland Meat steak here. Oh, it didn't even stick to it. Beautiful. Look at that. So got some nice, beautiful sear on it. And actually, let's check the internal temperature. Now, I just flipped them, so I do want to get a reading now. So I'm only at 85 degrees. So, oops. About 106 on this one here. So maybe cooking a little bit hotter on the right side. But the internal temperature that I'm looking for is about 130. Once I hit 130, I'm going to go ahead and pull them off. And we'll see you guys inside, so stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So the steaks are ready, and I've had them resting for about 5 minutes. So let's check them out. Now this is my steak. Oh man, really juicy. This is a steak with the beef rub from Victory Lane BBQ. And this steak right here is nothing but pepper. And we're going to see if some of the salt flavor transferred onto the steak. So I say we try the one without any salt, with just pepper first. That way I don't get any of the rub from the from this steak here. So let's give this one a shot here. Oh, just perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Look at this, guys. Just a perfect medium rare. Perfect. Here we go. I'm going to give you a little piece that's cooked a little bit more. I'm going to get the little rarer piece here. Ready, baby? All right. I can just pick it up with your fingers. There you go. It's good, but I think it needs salt. You think? It didn't. A lot of the salt flavor didn't transfer to the steak, so that definitely needs some salt. So on this one, this is the one with the beef rub. Again, medium rare there as well. So let's give this one a shot. You want a little piece, baby? All right. Let's try this one. Look at that, just perfect. There you go. I don't know. Can I get some salt? That's delicious. You know that, to me, nothing beats a good rub. But, to be fair, thank you, camera person, I'm going to add a little bit of salt. I'm going to cut us a little piece here. Actually, we'll just eat this piece right here. And see if the salt makes a difference or not. All right, baby, that's yours. Here we go. That was absolutely amazing. Ready? What do you think?
Better.
Better? Mm-hmm. Absolutely better. Good beefy flavor. So now that you tried it with the salt, baby, do you like the one with the salt or the one with the rub?
I like the one with the rub.
The one with the rub? It's good. Don't get me wrong, but nothing beats a steak with some good rub. As far as the Himalayan salt block, the steaks cooked pretty fast. I think it was 4 minutes on each side. That thing was extremely hot. So as far as transferring flavor, there's a little bit of flavor there, but I was really expecting for some of the salt to transfer onto the meat, which it didn't. By itself, without the salt, that steak is extremely bland. It's good, but very bland. So I'm not going to say it's a fail. This is my first time. I think as I learn to cook on it a little bit more, that might change my mind. But for now, if you're going to cook on the salt block, put some rub on it. So thanks for watching. Till next time, Joe with Smokin Joe's Pure Barbecue. See you guys.